Is charisma something you're born with, or is it something you can develop? Hey, it's me, Rob, and welcome to Maximum Achievement Performance Habits. And today, we're going to look at the 6 steps to being charismatic. You know, charisma is one of those things a lot of people like to put on a shelf and say they have it and they don't. And that's true. One person is charismatic and the other one isn't. But the implication often is it's biological. People aren't born charismatic. They learn how to influence others. They learn how to be someone that people enjoy being around. They develop the skills. And today I'm going to give you 6 simple steps that if you will start practicing these, you will be, as Dale Carnegie said, a person who can win friends and influence people. So let's get started with step number 1. Be fully present. Be fully present. When you are with someone, be with them. Don't be off in left field somewhere. You know you've done this before. You know you've been with people who do this to you. I worked with a guy years ago that was so unpresent. It was extremely annoying. We worked at, this is going to date me a little bit. Some of you guys have been there before, Montgomery Ward's. I worked at Montgomery Ward's and I sold computers and refrigerators and lawnmowers and all kind of cool things. And it was one of my first jobs. Well, we had to use the cash register when we'd sell something, and there was a whole bunch of buttons you had to push. It's not like today where you get to scan everything, right? So we had to put everything in properly. And this guy I worked with, he just could not figure out how to work the register. Well, I found out why he couldn't learn to work the register. One day he called me over. He had a customer right there. And he said, "Hey, can you help me? I need to ring this up." I was like, "Okay, I'll help you." And as soon as I started, this is a true story. As soon as I said, "Okay, so what you need to do first is push," this is what he did. While I'm trying to show him what to do, he goes and looks up and to the right and just stares as if he's seeing stars. It was unbelievable. And I literally stopped talking in the middle of the sentence and walked away. And I think it took him about 15 to 30 seconds before he came out of his trance. I had never seen anyone that uncharismatic in my life. But the reality is, if we want to be charismatic, we need to be fully present with people. If you're going to use your phone, for example, let's say your phone goes off while you're talking to someone. Ask for permission. "Hey, do you mind if I check this really fast? I'm expecting an important text or something." And if it's not important, you're not expecting it, don't even look at it. Because that distraction puts the other person off. It tells them that this phone, this communication that you're having with someone else that's not even here is more important to them. And even before cell phones, you remember going to a place of business probably, and you took the time to drive to their business. You're a real customer because you're right there. You could buy it right there. And they get a phone call and make the phone call more important than you. Be fully present. Make the person that you're with help them feel that you are there with them. And the way you can do this is to listen with your eyes and your ears. Listen with both. Because visual people, they're going to feel heard when you look at them. An auditory person, someone who's more into just listening, they're going to feel heard because you tilt your head just a little bit as if you're hearing them. But both require eye contact. You need to be looking at them and listening and show that you're listening. And the other thing is, don't think about what you're going to say next. Have no thoughts. Just hear them. Which brings us to number 2, smile. Just put on a big old emoji smile when you're with people, right? It doesn't have to be cheesy. It doesn't have to be ridiculous. But make sure it's warm and it connects to that person, right? A genuine smile that says, "Hey, I'm here with you right now. And I'm enjoying our conversation." If you don't look like you're enjoying the conversation, you're not going to be charismatic. I don't care how well you're listening. People want to know that you're listening and you like what you're hearing. This is important. So show them with a smile, right? Be present with people and smile at them. Number 3, be genuinely interested in them. Don't fake it, right? Don't be like Shakespeare where he said to smile and still be a villain. No, don't fake it. Be genuinely interested in the person. And the way you can do this is while you're there with them, have a little mantra in the back of your head that says, I love you. I got that from Augmendino. If you never read Augmendino's works, the greatest salesman in the world. The greatest salesman in the world. And there's these 10 different scrolls. If you haven't read the book, then I'm not making a lot of sense. Basically, it was written, it was the time period that was supposed to be was when Jesus was born. And so this salesman gets these 10 scrolls on how to be a great salesman. And the first scroll was, think quietly and softly to yourself every time you come in contact with somebody, I love you. Because I love you will melt steel. I love you, as you think that and you start to feel that, will radiate off of you. That smile now is genuine, and the person across from you, they're going to feel it. And when they feel it, they're going to feel the level of importance that you're giving them. So be fully present and be genuine. Just think, I love you. You don't have to say it out loud, you don't have to get weird, but just think, and if you don't like the word love you, just go with, hey, I'm so grateful, just thinking this, right? I'm so grateful, I'm so thankful that, we're having this conversation. And just think that, and let that radiate through your face and your smile. People are going to feel it, and they're going to really be connected to you. Bring us to number 4. Use their first name. I know you've heard this one, right? But how often do you use their first name? When you greet them, say hi, fill in the blank, whatever their name is, right? Then as you're talking to them, every once in a while, use their name, right? And you know this, you know how important this is, and it just has to become a habit. And if you're saying, well, I'm not good with names, Rob, I'm just horrible with names, that's when you need to choose not to be horrible with names. You have a good memory. You have a memory for tons of things. The reason you're not good with names, if you can't remember someone's name, is because you haven't given their name a level of importance yet. So when you first meet with somebody, use their name several times. That way, you get in the practice of using it and you'll remember it much, much better. Using people's names is going to make you so much more likable. They are going to feel connected to you, especially if you tie that in with listening, being fully present, smiling, and genuinely being interested in them. That brings us to number 5. Here we go. Tilt your head. I said this one earlier, right? Could you listen? So this is scientifically proven. It's really crazy, right? Think about a dog when they tilt their head. Don't they look really cute? Right? And we go, aw. Okay, so you're not trying to get like the aw cuteness, but what they found is they did research and they took a person's picture and they had their head just directly looking at the camera, and then they had their head tilted with a smile. And then they asked people that didn't know this person, who's friendlier? Who would you rather talk to? And they picked the person with the head tilt. The head tilt shows that we're friendly, it shows that we're interested, and we're not a threat. But it also communicates that my ear is open, so I'm listening and I'm hearing you. So practice that. It doesn't have to get weird where you're like, you look like you got something wrong with your neck, you're tilting it to the right and left all the time. Just a slight tilt when people are talking to you. And it gives that curiosity, interest look. And it's got to be genuine, okay? I don't want anyone to think any of this needs to be fake. This is not fake it till you make it. This is genuinely interested. If you don't start here with the idea that, you know what, I really like you. I really want to know you. And I really want to, have a conversation with you. If you don't start with that, if it's fake, nothing you do is going to work, okay? You can fake it for a little while, but people will figure it out. Trust me, people will figure it out. All right, finally, number 6, say to them. Don't ask a lot of questions, but just use this phrase, tell me more. As they start to tell you about things, well, tell me more, that's fascinating. Now, if it starts to get slow in the conversation, then ask questions, or tell a little story about yourself. Don't get too involved with it. Charismatic people are not people who come in and just, dominate the conversation with stories. We see that in movies and we think that's true, but what we're trying to do here is not dominate. We're trying to be someone who connects with others, because charismatic people connect, and the people really feel that you like them. And that's what makes you charismatic, because you do like them and you know how to show that and express that. So when I say tell a story, what I mean is tell a little story that will get them thinking about their life again, so they'll open up and they'll talk even more. Milton Erickson, the great psychiatrist, said, if I want someone to talk about their brother, I don't ask them about their brother, because they won't have much to say at that point. Instead, I tell a little quip, a little story about my brother, and in doing so, they'll talk about theirs. That's great advice. Just give a little story, and all of a sudden, they'll think of something to say about their life, and they'll add that to it. All right? Now, I wanted to share one last thing with you. Sean Stevenson, I don't know if you know who Sean Stevenson is or not, but Sean Stevenson, a little guy with brittle bone disease, and ended up getting a PhD in psychology and becoming a psychologist. He didn't allow, his brittle bone disease to hold him back. And when he was a young man, he got an internship at the White House. And this was back in the 90s when Bill Clinton was president. And he said that Bill Clinton changed his life because Bill Clinton, he said, was, and everyone knew this, right? Really charismatic. But he said why he was charismatic. He said that him and some other interns were asked to come and speak with Bill Clinton. And Bill didn't talk a lot about himself or anything. He didn't have a prepared speech. Instead, he asked the interns questions. And he asked for their opinions. And he said, other politicians had done that before, but he knew, that they weren't being genuine. They didn't care. They were just asking the question to try and make you feel like you're important. He said, but Bill Clinton made everyone in that room feel really important because he asked for their opinions and then he listened and considered them. Now we know the same is true about JFK. JFK, they said, was so charismatic, but he wasn't a big talker. He was a big listener. Before the Bay of Pigs, before they made a decision on what to do there, he brought all of his trusted advisors in and he listened. He asked for their advice and he took everyone's point of view before he made a decision. If you want to be more charismatic, if you want to learn how to win friends and influence people and be intentional with your relationships, then be genuinely interested in other people. Let me leave you with this quote from Mary Kay Ash. She said, imagine everyone you come in contact with has a sticker on their forehead that says, make me feel important. If you do that, you'll be charismatic. Have a great day, guys, and live into. Hey, Rob here, and I just want to thank you so much for watching my videos and being part of the Maximum Achievement Performance Habits journey. I tell you what, I am super happy to be a part of your life and that you're a part of my life. And so I just want to share a few things with you really fast. If you like what you're seeing here, then subscribe to my podcast, subscribe to my YouTube channel, share it with other people. If it's useful to you, do me a favor and do them a favor. Share it. Tell them, hey, I see you're struggling in this area, and I think this video over here, this crazy guy Rob, might be able to help you. Share it. Share the wealth. Let people in on these things. I am here to serve you and to serve others, and if you'll help share, that would really help my mission and help me move this forward. Next, Stay a part of the team. Okay, I call my people maximum achievers. Maximum achievers are people who are living life on their terms. They are loving unconditionally. They're living with passion and enthusiasm every day. They're achieving goals that matter to them. And most importantly, they're doing it while feeling joyful and fulfilled. So stay part of the Maximum Achiever team and become a Maximum Achiever with the rest of us. And number 4, if you want some free training, I have this at my website. It's robertlewissims.com. 10x faster. You go to a free PDF download on how to achieve your goals 10 times faster, and a 21-day your personal success breakthrough challenge. A 21-day your personal success breakthrough challenge. That's all free. Get that at my website. I won't spam you. I won't do any of that craziest stuff, but you will get free information, free training, free things to help you become the best you can be, so you can live life on your terms. All right, guys, so do me a favor, help me out, share it, subscribe, leave some comments below. Let me know how this is serving you, and also if you have questions. If you have something you want me to address in a future Maximum Achievement podcast, then give me those questions. Put those in the comment place, send me an email, let me know, and I will try and figure out how I can serve you and try to answer those questions for you the best I know how. All right, guys? So there you go. Thanks a lot. I love having you here. Have a great day.